Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we have a message from Spirit about why you matter to this world, why you are here incarnated on earth. I wasn't planning on doing this reading, but Spirit prompted me in multiple ways to do this reading because there are people out there who are currently feeling hopeless or lost or like they don't matter, and Spirit wanted to reach those people who are feeling that way and let them know that you do matter, you do have a purpose, and there's a reason you're here on earth. There's a reason you're here, and there's a way you benefit the world. And that is what we're looking into today. That is the message we're getting. Even if you're not a person who's in that place, if you're here just because you're curious, this reading's still for you. This reading is for anyone who's found this video. So enough of that, let's go ahead and get into it. This is a pick a crystal reading. Today we have 3 different crystals to choose from. Go ahead and choose the one you feel most drawn to. The first one we have here for group 1, we have a natural quartz point. For group 2, we have a raw amethyst point. And for group 3, we have a raw selenite wand. So go ahead and choose the one that you feel most drawn to. Click the corresponding timestamp in the description box below this video, and I will see you in your reading. Hi group 1, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose this raw quartz point. Today we're looking into why you matter to the world, okay? Why you're important, what you've incarnated to bring to the world, why you exist here. And Spirit hopes this is a message of hope for all of you that are feeling hopeless, or if you're just kind of curious what your purpose is, what you're doing here. So I had one pre-shuffled Norse Divination card here, and that's just going to give us an idea of the overall message. Then we're going to go ahead and grab some tarot and advice from Spirit. But let's just get started. The card that came up for you group 1 is Gna. And immediately this is telling me that you came to bring a message to the world. Gna is the messenger of the gods in Norse mythology. She is the one that comes down from Asgard or the higher realms and carries messages down to, the lower realms like the earthly plane. So I feel like your existence mirrors that in some way. So you've incarnated from a higher vibrational place and have come down here to bring a message to the world, to tell them something, or to bring an energy here, or even just raise the vibration of our planet because it is suffering in ways, and you are here to kind of bring light to that suffering in some way, because there is a lot of suffering here, and you're meant to say something. You're meant to bring something here, and there's something within you that the world needs to hear, basically. The world really, really needs to hear what it is that you've brought with you. And I know some of you are thinking you have no idea what that is, but it is in you. And Spirit wants to stress that. You have a deep, powerful message within you. But let's go ahead and get some clarity on that. I'm going to draw some tarot here. And hopefully we can get a better understanding of what it is you're bringing into the world, what it is you're meant to say. I feel like some of you might even be leaders, like you're supposed to lead a movement of some sort and teach the world something, or bring a big message or a positive change. There's some very powerful people in this group particularly. I just barely got that energy. You have the capability of inspiring others, and you probably know if that's you, if you're really good at reading people or leading people, if you're one of those natural leaders, you were given this natural leadership ability for a reason, to bring this message to the world, to bring this change into the world. So, all right, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and get some tarot. Today I'm using my Shadowscapes tarot deck. I will have a link below in the description. But let's move forward. Spirit, what message do you have for Group 1? Why was Group 1, what's Group 1's purpose on the planet? Why is Group 1 here? We have the Six of Pentacles. Spirit, why is Group 1 here? Why is Group 1 on Earth? We have the King of Swords. Spirit, why is Group 1 here? Why does Group 1 matter to the world? The Ace of Wands. Okay, so with the King of Swords here, it's really stressing that natural leadership quality that I was just talking about. Some of you have very, very sharp minds. You're very rational. And you have a very good way of logically explaining things to other people and helping them understand and see a larger picture. You're very good at painting a larger picture in a logical, rational way. You know how to like bring all of the little components and explain them in such a way that people immediately understand you. And you were given this ability to bring this message into the world. And yeah, the King of Swords is massive, massive leadership energy. I'm sorry I keep saying I'm trying to understand this energy here. It's very powerful, actually. The energy within you is very, very powerful. And this is hard for me to communicate, but Spirit is wanting me to say, you're going to keep feeling lost until you harness this, until you use this leadership ability to say something, because there is something within you that needs to be said. And I feel like maybe some of you have stepped away from this natural leadership within you for whatever reason. Maybe you feel, maybe people have treated you like you're overbearing for some reason, or bossy, or whatever it is. But some of you have rejected this natural leadership ability, this natural ability you have to explain things to people in a very calm way that they just can't deny. And Spirit is asking you to stop rejecting that and find a way to express it. And for some of you, it's as simple as writing a book. I don't know why that came to mind, but the ideas within you need to be expressed, and you need to write them. With any platform that feels right to you, follow your intuition, okay? Some of you can be starting a movement. Some of you, it's, starting as simple as a Facebook page where you share your message. It's very important that you harness this beautiful, beautiful ability you have to explain things very eloquently. If you can tell from my speech, I'm kind of jealous of your ability here, because I'm not so good at that eloquent explanations, but you have a natural gift for it, and it is something that you should harness because it is very important, and you came here to say something. You came here to share something. That's what the Six of Pentacles is telling me. You have this gift within you, and you need to share it, and you're going to feel lost. If you're not feeling lost now, the longer you don't share this, the longer you don't embrace these natural qualities, is the longer you're going to feel lost. And it's the reason some of you have started feeling lost. You just haven't accessed this, or you've buried it for some reason. And for those of you not knowing what the message is that you have, or what it is you need to say, you need to look back. You need to look back on your childhood, or what makes you passionate, what fires you up, what makes you angry, what makes you happy, what makes you excited for the future of the world, or excited in your relationships around other people. This needs to be expressed, and you need to, Spirit is saying you need to start expressing this. You can't keep burying it. It needs to be shared. And it's like the Ace of Wands here. It's like you, by burying this ability of yours, you've not only buried what you need to share with the world, you've also buried your own passion. The Ace of Wands is here to remind you that you are a very passionate person, and you might have lost that along the way, but there is something that lights you up. There is something that sparks your flame, and it needs to be rekindled. You need to go back and find what that is, because it is inside you. You came to this earth with that inside you, and you need to share it. That passion is there because it is supposed to be shared. It is not supposed to be something you keep to yourself. I feel like for those of you that do know what I'm talking about, do know what it is you want to share with the world, you haven't. You've kept it to yourself because you feel like, oh, that would be weird if I told people about this, or that these people are gonna judge me because of my feelings about this. But you feel passionate about it because it needs to be said to the world. And when you start saying it, you will find people who agree with you. You will find people that are a vibrational match, and it is going to cause this chain reaction that starts to change the world. Even if what you're burying inside is love for other people or happiness, like you're afraid to show your natural positivity, or you're afraid of some sort of new radical idea that wants to change the world. It's like you're afraid of how people are going to react to that, so you've buried it and you keep it to yourself. But Spirit is saying, stop keeping it to yourself. Okay, you're passionate about this for a reason. It is part of your purpose. It is absolutely part of your purpose, and you need to embrace it. You need to embrace that which makes you passionate, and you need to share it. You have to share it with other people, because you were given this beautiful, beautiful gift. This ability to speak and understand and make people understand. You might take it for granted, but not everyone has this ability. I know I personally, if you ever read my description box below, I have problems with my speech. I do not have this gift. You have this gift to speak and explain, and it must be used. Spirit is stressing that very, very strongly here. So I hope that makes some sense to you. I know there's some of you that you don't know what this spark is. You don't know what it is you're supposed to share, and the message is meditate, clear your mind, spend some time with yourself, and getting to know yourself again, because I feel like some of you have become overburdened by the stresses of day-to-day life, that you've forgotten what it is. But, okay, a very specific suggestion of journaling and writing down, not what happens in your day-to-day life, but your thoughts. Some of you are very, very profound thinkers, and you have big, profound thoughts, and they come into your head, and then you forget them later because you brush it off because it's not relevant to your day-to-day life. But Spirit wants you to start writing that down. Every time you have one of these big thoughts that fires up your emotions in some way, it fires up your passion here, Spirit wants you to write that down, and Spirit wants you to read this journal regularly so you do not forget. Okay, and then I hope that clears things up for you guys a little bit. Spirit doesn't want you to feel confused about this, but I feel confusion coming from some of you, and it's just about rekindling this passion and remembering who you are and not burying your natural abilities. But Spirit is better at explaining this, so I'm going to grab a couple advice cards for you guys to maybe clear things up and summarize what Spirit is trying to say here. Spirit, what advice or further message do you have for group 1? What advice? 1. Spirit, what other advice or message do you have for group 1? Okay, patience. Okay, so this 111 means alignment, okay? A lot of you have become very misaligned with yourself and with your purpose, and that is how your passion became buried. That's how what you need to say to the world became buried, and you've become misaligned because you've suppressed your natural abilities and you've stopped using them, or you're not using them to their fullest potential. And Spirit thinks the most important step for you here is to just line up with that. Everything will flow naturally if you just start embracing your natural abilities and stop taking them for granted. Once you start doing that, what you need to say and all the factors that need to come in, all the helpful components you need to share your message to the world, they will start lining up and they will start making sense to you. But for right now, it's baby steps. It's one step at a time. And the first step for a lot of you is simply find a way to bring this ability back, this ability to communicate so beautifully like you do, this ability to share how you feel and how you think how you do, because you are excellent at that, okay? Even if you don't think you are, Spirit is saying you are excellent at this and you need to grow it. You need to use this skill. And once you start doing that, everything else is going to line up and make sense, and you are going to feel your purpose in life taking shape, manifesting. And then the second advice card we got here was patience. I feel like no one really likes to hear patience. I certainly don't, because I'm a very fast-paced person. But patience is about the fact that you need to take this one step at a time, like I was just saying. You need to not worry about how you're not affecting the world or the people in your life right now. Because if you just focus on the first step, aligning back to yourself and your purpose and aligning with your gifts, embracing your gifts again, that's when the next step is going to appear for you. And then the next step, and then the next step. And if you just focus on the step right in front of you, instead of trying to see what you're doing right now, because if you do that right now, a lot of you are thinking, I'm not making an impact on the world, I'm not sharing it, I feel hopeless, I feel lost, I feel like I'm hurting other people, even for some of you. Spirit's saying that's not true, you're not hurting anybody. Spirit just wants to tell you that if you take one step at a time, and you're patient, and you don't worry about the end, if you don't worry about the impact you're having right now, it'll just show up, okay? So it's just like, if you be patient, one step at a time, everything's going to come together for you, and you'll look back on your life and be amazed at how everything lined up. And confidence. This path is going to give you confidence. Just embracing your abilities. Some of you are scared to even start embracing this ability because of maybe something that happened in the past, but if you just start in a small way, this confidence is going to build step by step by step. And once you have the confidence in place, once you have the skills built up, once you have them fully embraced, everything you have to say is just going to shine through. And you'll finally bring your message to the world like you intended to. And it's going to help so many people. You have no idea. You are going to change lives with the message you have to bring to the world. Spirit just wants you to focus. Focus on the step in front of you for now. And if you do that, your message will be out there. Because you are important and what you have to say is important. I think I'm going to end your reading here, Group 1. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. If so, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in another reading. Bye! Hi Group 2, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose this raw amethyst point. Today we're looking into why you matter to the world, why you're here. Spirit hopes this will be a message of hope for some of you, or direction for those of you who are feeling lost or don't know what your purpose in life is or what you're doing on this planet. And so I've started this reading with a pre-drawn Norse Divination card, and then we're going to go ahead and get some tarot. But before I start this, there is Group 2, you are very, very powerful. You are specifically very powerful manifestors, and I felt that the second I pulled this card. This card is a little bit about manifestation powers, actually. This is Goi. She is a frost goddess. It says transformation on this card, but basically she can take living flowers and kill them with frost, but at the same time she can take frost and turn it into flowers. It tells me that you guys are capable of manifesting some very, very powerful things, or very, very big things. You can make major transformations in your own lives and in other people's lives. I feel like some of you know this. You know you are powerful manifestors, and you have transformed your lives majorly through deliberate creation, through deliberate manifestation. And for others of you, maybe you haven't tapped into this power, but you are just as powerful of a manifester. You have the capability to transform your life majorly. And I mean majorly. This is like, you have the ability to go from homeless to multi-millionaire. That kind of massive transformation. You guys have this power. And I feel like there are many of you in this group who actually know this. You have created these massive transformations in your life already. And this is an indication to keep using this power. Keep using your transformative power, because Spirit wants you to create a transformation within the world. Like you have the ability to take some of the dark parts of the world that are frosted over and unfrost them. You have the ability to transform some systems on the earth that are really destructive, and to either get rid of those destructive systems or overhaul them and create new ones that are higher vibrational and benefit the world massively. Like, you have the ability to massively change the world. One person has that ability, and you guys in this group have that power. And I'm going to go ahead and grab some tarot now to get some more clarification on what this is and why you matter and how you can use this, because Spirit wants you to use this. I feel like some of you may have an idea already, or some of you are lost, or some of you have forgotten you have this power or haven't realized it yet. But you do. You have this massive power, and Spirit wants to bring that to light. So tarot today, I'm using my Shadowscapes tarot deck. I will have it in the description box below. Sorry, I will have a link for it. But Spirit, why is group 2 here? Why do they exist on this earth? Why do they matter to the earth? Why does group 2 matter? We have the 10 of Wands. Spirit, why does group 2 matter? Why is group 2 important to the world? We have the Lovers. Spirit, why is group 2 important to the world? Why does group 2 matter? 2 of Swords. Connection. This is an interesting energy, you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to hear the message more clearly here. With the 10 of Wands here, it's almost like you guys know you have this power, and you've let it overburden you. Like, I'm seeing this imagery on this card. It's like you guys are carrying literally the world on your shoulders, and you're tired. It's exhausting you. It's totally exhausting you. And you feel like you try and try and try, and it's not going anywhere. You're not really helping the world, and despite the fact that it's draining you, it's like you feel like all your energy is basically worthless, and you've put so much into things, like whether it's relationships with other people or your work or all of the above. Like, you just give and you give, and you work yourself, and you take on so many burdens and responsibilities, and it's so heavy. it's so heavy and you feel like it's gone nowhere. And I feel like it's because you're naturally strong people. You guys have this extreme transformative power within you. It is your power that you are given with on this earth. And because of that, it's almost like you've naturally taken on the burdens of other people to the point that you do feel overburdened. And maybe you're unappreciated too. Like you've taken on burdens for other people and they haven't appreciated you or expressed that appreciation. And I feel like that lack of appreciation that you've gotten from other people has made you feel like you've spent all this energy and it has gone nowhere. Nothing's come of it. You haven't helped the world at all despite all your efforts. And that's so painful. That's extremely painful to do so much and feel like it hasn't mattered. And but that's understanding what it feels like to overburden yourself and take on the weight of the world is part of a lesson you were supposed to learn, because it's taught you a lot about the pain and suffering of the world, because you've taken on so many other people's pain and suffering. Because you understand this, you have the ability to massively transform other people's lives. You have the ability to save lives. And I know, I feel some of you are so tired. You are so tired you don't want to hear that, because you feel like you've given so much energy that you just want some of that energy to be given back to you. You've given so much love. You want love to come back to you. You've given so much effort and support, and you want some of that effort and support to come back to you. But Spirit wants me to tell you it's coming back, okay? With the Lover's card here. That energy is coming back to you. And in order for this to come back to you, you have to let go of some of these burdens, okay? You need to put some of that energy back onto yourself, okay? Some of you haven't fully embraced loving yourself, and so many people talk about how important self-love is, but you have not mastered it, group 2. I'm sorry, but you have not mastered it. And if it requires letting go of some of these burdens, take some of this weight off of your shoulders, that is what you need to do to allow that love to come back into your life. But it's like you came here to experience carrying other people's weight. One, so you could experience freeing yourself of that. That's very important to your own soul, is freeing yourself of other people's weight. And it's like you have a further mission, but I can't talk about it until I say this. You do have to let go of some of that weight, because that energy has been misdirected. That's why some of you feel so unappreciated. That energy has been misdirected. And you need to take time and give that energy back to yourself. Take this weight off your shoulders. Get a shoulder massage for a very, very long time to heal that tension and letting some burdens and people go. And once you do that, your purpose here and how you're going to help people is going to become clear, because you'll have enough energy. Right now, you guys are so strained. You're so strained from holding everyone else's weight, and you need to unstrain yourself. And this is a different type of weight for some of you. Some of this is you are holding onto other people's emotional weight. Like maybe you had a codependent partner or a narcissistic parent that dumped a lot of negative emotions into you, and you are holding their blame, you're holding their shame, their anger, their sadness, their self-hate inside of you. And for some of you, a lot of that is this, you're holding this emotional burden on your shoulders that came from other people, because you have this, one, this empathy, and two, this extreme transformative manifestation power. You feel like you have the strength to transform other people's worlds. And you feel that way because you do have that power, okay? You just haven't learned how to harness it yet and how to help people appropriately. And because you haven't understood the nature of your power and ability to help people, it's caused you to take on too much weight. You've put too much weight on your shoulders, group 2, because you haven't understood this. It's like you know that you have this beautiful heart and this very strong power inside of you that can transform people's lives. But because you haven't understood this power, it's started to harm you. And Spirit wants to guide you towards using this power appropriately. But the first step in that is healing yourself, letting go of other people's burdens. Okay, whether this is emotional burdens or actual burdens, like you just take on too many tasks and you can't stop. Like you can't say no, and take your me time or take time to reset yourself. And you have to do that. You have to release some of these burdens before you can take on the work that you feel in your soul you were meant to do, which is help people. And it's like I said, you went through this overburdening process for a reason. It's almost like your soul decided to do that in the first stage of your life. But that stage is coming to an end. It's time to get rid of those burdens. And once you start doing that, once you start taking all those heavy sticks off your back, how you can help people and transform their lives is going to show through, okay? A lot of you have taken on other people's burdens because you can see their own pain or their own insecurities and or their own blocks to manifesting the life they want. You can see that in their life very naturally. You have a very natural, intuitive ability to do that. And because of your empathy, you want to fix it for them or help them fix it. The Two of Swords here is telling me that a lot of people have their blinders up about their own, like they can't look at themselves properly to see how they are allowing negative patterns in their life. But you can see this naturally when you look at people. You understand people very easily, naturally. And because of that ability, you can help people fix their lives. Like, it's like you know how to guide people through that. You know how to. But because you haven't learned to put up proper boundaries to your own empathy, it's overburdened you. So Spirit wants you to lessen the weight and learn how to put up those boundaries, because if you can help people see past their own blockers, help people, guide them to manifesting a better life for themselves, you'll be able to do that, and in such an important way. You will be able to, I'm hearing great number of people. You will be able to help a great number of people if you can manage to do this. But for right now, your job is let go of the burdens and learn to put up those boundaries. And then you do this. You help people. You help people from the other side of the boundary you put up. I hope that's making sense. I hope this is making sense. I'm just kind of channeling what they're saying here, and I'm not really following what I'm saying, so I'm sorry if it's repetitive, you guys. But yeah, Spirit's main message to you is you matter. You feel exhausted and overburdened because of your own natural ability to help people, and it's time. You can't help people in the way you've been doing it. Okay, you guys? So that's your main message. That is what you need to do to feel worthwhile and appreciated, is take time to appreciate yourself, appreciate the beauty in what you've done with your life so far, and recognize that you do have worth, you do have value. That is why people have given you their burdens, because they can see your natural worth and value, okay? I'm sorry there's a loud motorcycle outside. I hope you can still hear me. But, what was I saying? It's just time. It's just time to let it go. It's like other people have seen your worth and value, and that's why they've allowed you to take on their burdens. But you've done that because you haven't seen your own worth and value. Okay? Spirit's giving me an affirmation for you. Okay? Every day, Spirit wants you to say, I have worth. I have value. Like, look in the mirror and tell yourself that. Look in the mirror and say, I have worth. I have value. Some of you have forgotten that you have natural worth. You have natural value to the world. And you need to reprogram that thought into your head by affirming it to yourself every single day. Every single day. Until you remember that other people's burdens aren't yours to take on, because you have your own natural value. Okay? You have your own natural purpose. And some of you are meant to help other people. You are absolutely meant to help other people, but you can't do that unless you help yourself first. I know that's a very cliche phrase. Like, you can't help others until you're whole yourself, but it's just so true. And some of you need to start living that way. You need to start living in your own worth, your own love of yourself. Okay, I think I'm just going to go ahead and pull a few advice cards here for you in case Spirit has some final messages for you. Spirit, what other advice or final message do you have for Group 2? What other advice or final message do you have for Group 2? Okay, we have play, of course. Spirit, what else? What's another final message you have for Group 2? What else do you have to say to Group 2? Friends. Okay, obviously these two things go together. There's been a lot of neglect of yourself. You guys have been neglecting yourselves a lot. And with this play here, it's like you've overburdened yourself so much that you've forgotten how to have fun. You need to have fun, okay? It's very important to your guides that you remember what it's like. You don't have to be working and stressed out and be giving to other people constantly. Because you have natural worth, you get to experience life and have fun like everyone is meant to. You are meant to play and be excited and take vacations and take breaks and laugh and have fun, okay? And that's something that came up first, because that is what Spirit wants you to focus on. Drop some of those burdens and go play. Say no to some of these people and go play instead. Your life is not about giving to other people, okay? You need to matter to yourself. What you do needs to matter to yourself. Because you matter to Spirit, okay? You have natural worth and value. And in that, you deserve to play hard too, not just work hard. And with friends, it's the same thing. I know some people in this group are probably lonely and they don't feel like they have friends, but Spirit is urging, like, you need to have people in your life and reach out to people who can help you play, help you remember your fun side. You need people in your life who don't overburden you. You need people who give back. And for some of you right now, this means getting rid of people that do overburden you, so better people can come into your life. In this process of letting go of burdens, sometimes we have to let go of people too, okay? This is how we manifest a good, fun life for ourselves. You guys are very, very powerful manifestors. And you're blocking the beautiful life that you deserve by taking on too much. And Spirit wants you to start giving back to yourself. And I think I'm going to end your reading here, Group 2. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated. If so, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in another reading. Bye! Hi Group 3, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose this selenite wand. Today we're looking into why you matter to the world. What's your purpose here? What value do you offer the world? Everyone has their own divine purpose and their own value that they offer, their own unique skills and unique purpose, and we all have the ability to benefit the world, and we all matter. And so we're asking Spirit how, because Spirit wants to bring a message of hope to some people who are maybe feeling lost and hopeless right now. And Spirit wants to remind you that you matter, you have a purpose, and you can and do help the world. So I do have one pre-drawn Norse Divination card for you to get a general energy here. You guys got Volley, and this is a god or a card of reconciliation. So immediately this is telling me that you guys are very gentle souls. You guys are very high vibrational souls. I don't know maybe what you've been through in your life, but you have a natural ability to be a peacemaker. You guys just want to calm situations down and bring peace and love into tense situations, and that's your natural tendency, is to help. And I don't know, you're natural mediators, and what's the word I'm looking for? Mediators and peacemakers. Like, I feel like you guys would make good counselors, actually. You're very good at reading people and also resolving tensions and calming people down and reminding them of their own worth. You have a very, very beautiful natural ability, and I feel like when people are harsh and mean, it hurts you maybe a little more than most people, because not because you're weak, but because you don't understand why some people are so mean and so harsh and so cynical. And just the fact that some people are mean, or that there's violence in the world, it hurts you at your core, because you know that underneath reality, everything is based in love, and you don't understand why people behave in unloving ways. And unfortunately, I feel like a lot of you have been the receivers of a lot of harshness and abuse in some cases. And I feel like a lot of you have taken that inside yourselves, because you have such soft, beautiful souls, that you have developed a level of self-hatred, because there are harsh people in the world that have hurt you or have wanted to hurt you, and because of that you felt unworthy, and you felt like you don't matter, or that you've deserved other people's harshness or abuse or other things. And the thing is, you haven't. Like you've basically deserved none of the cruel treatment you've ever received in your life. You've deserved none of it. It's been nothing but a reflection of the people who have hurt you. It's a reflection on them, not on you. Not on you and your own worthiness. And I feel like because of your natural gentle nature, you unfortunately attract a lot of bad people into your life, or very low vibrational people that only understand hurting other people, because they don't have the same natural love that you do, and they don't understand it when they see you. And yeah, you have such beautiful, loving abilities, and I feel like they haven't been able to be fully expressed by you, because you've attracted into your experience so many people that want to hurt soft, loving souls because they themselves are hurting so much. And because of this, you haven't been able to express the beauty of who you are and how it's supposed to help the world. So I think that's what we're going to look into with the tarot here, is we're going to look into how you can start expressing this in a way that is safe for you and transformative to the world, because this kind of energy has the ability to raise the entire vibration of the planet, to bring love to loveless situations, to bring peace to war. This is a very powerful heart-based energy, and it's probably one of the most beautiful energies a soul can bring to the world, is this energy, this peacemaker energy. It's beautiful and it's creative, and it's like you can save the world through love, as cliche as that maybe sounds. But yeah, let's get some more clarification with the tarot. The deck I'm using today is called Shadowscapes. I will have a link below in the description. But Spirit, can we get some more information on why Group 3 matters to the world? Why does Group 3 matter? We have the Judgment card. Spirit, why does Group 3 matter? Why does Group 3 matter? We have the Two of Cups. Spirit, why does Group 3 matter? Okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Devil reversed. Oh my God, Group 3, this is so beautiful. I want to cry. This is so beautiful. I just want to fucking cry. You are meant to be a light to people that are hurting. And this might be why you've gone through some very harsh situations, even though you're such a soft soul. Because no matter how much people have tried to hurt you, you still rise and you still shine your light. And I feel like some of you, sometimes you feel like that light's gone, like it's fading away, and it's not. Your soul is so beautiful. It's like a never-ending source of light and energy and love, and it can't go out. And you'll keep rising. You'll keep rising to shine your light and share your message. I'm noticing the trumpet this lady's carrying right here, right? It's like you're sounding out this love. I'm sorry if that's a dumb way to phrase it. I'm having a hard time coming up with the words for that. But yeah, it's just like, and on this card too, if you see this fire and light radiating here, it just like, no matter what happens to you, you just keep radiating that peace and positivity, and you don't let anything, any bad stuff that's ever happened to you, you don't let it bring you down. You don't let it bring you down, and you just keep shining your light. You don't let it make you become cynical. You don't let it make you become harsh like the other people you've encountered in your life. Because you have such a solid, beautiful core. With the Two of Cups here, it's making me see that you see the good in literally everybody, okay? And some of you have met some people that have done some very evil things, very genuinely evil, and you can even see the good inside them. You can still see the love inside them, and no matter what happens, your heart is still filled with love. And this love is powerful. This love can transform people. This love can take... It can take the pain away from people. It's like you have the ability to just naturally... It's like they just get in your presence and their pain dissolves. And this is a bad thing for some of you that haven't learned how to put up boundaries around your beautiful soul, because some people are like psychic vampires and they just drain you because they are so empty inside, and they know that your love and beautiful soul is powerful enough to help them feel fulfilled. But your own self-worth needs to be protected. There was a similar message in group 2. I feel like some people in this group 3, some of you haven't learned to put up boundaries around your softness, and it's allowed bad people to come and drain your energy because the love you emanate is so powerful. And it can be used in a beautiful way to help heal people. You are natural healers. You are natural peacemakers. So some of you have a destiny to even change the world on a more massive scale with this peace. Like transforming hate into love. But yeah, this is a similar message to group 2. It's about, in order for you to do this and share your gift the way that you were meant to, some of you need to learn how to put up those boundaries against these more negative people, the kinds of people being represented by the devil card here. If you can learn to put up boundaries against those people and recognize them, that's when your true gift is going to shine through, and you're going to be able to use your natural, soft, loving spirit towards healing people and healing the world, because you will find the right people that will benefit from your healing instead of just taking from you like a black hole. And yeah, it's like once you learn to put up those boundaries, and I know that's hard for some of you because you're so gentle and you have such a desire to help and heal people, but it's just important that you can recognize people that are going to be vampiric on your energy versus people who you can actually heal. And Spirit wants to teach you how to discern better so you can find these people, and that starts with trusting your own intuition. Because I feel like some of you have learned to stop trusting your own intuition. Like, you have such a desire to heal and help people, especially hurting people, that you doubt your own intuition. Like, it's like your intuition tells you that a person is toxic or mean or going to hurt you, and you ignore it because you have such a strong, beautiful desire to help and heal people. And it's such a beautiful quality, but I know it's hurt some of you. I know it has hurt some of you. And that's your main message from Spirit, is learn how to trust your intuition better, because if you do that, you'll be able to heal people, and you'll feel appreciation from those people, and you'll be able to see how your love benefits the world by being able to channel your love towards the right focus. And finding the right focus, all that takes is following your intuition. So you guys need to relearn how to do that step by step. And then how you matter to the world. And this gift, this beautiful gift you have, it's going to shine. It's going to shine because you glow from the inside out, group 3. You glow, and you can share that with the world. You just need to find a way to protect yourself in the meantime. So I'd like to get a couple advice cards from the Spirit to maybe point you down the path of reopening your intuition, or opening it better, or any other advice Spirit has for you, group 3. So Spirit, what advice do you have for group 3 right now? What do they need to know? Set goals. Spirit, what other advice do you have for group 3? What do they need to know? What does group 3 need to know? Courage. Okay, so give me a second. I'm trying to figure out what Spirit means by setting goals here. because I feel like allowing this gift isn't like a physical manifestation thing for most of you. It's almost like some of you have become so distanced from your own intuition that you need to seek out a structured way to repair it, because it's just been so damaged. You can't just start trusting it. It's like you need to do it in increments. Like, just start trusting your intuition on very small things. Like maybe you meditate for a little bit or pray, and then you get a little urge from spirit or your inner being or your soul, and you follow that. You follow this little urge, no matter how silly it is. And it's about following these little urges in small ways. Like, spirit wants to give you like little small tasks, for lack of a better word, to show you how your intuition works, basically, so you can start trusting it again. Like, your urge might be go for a quick walk around the block, and then you come back and you're safe. And spirit wants you, it's about recreating this feeling of safety in response to your intuition. So it's just follow the little urges, even if they seem silly, because some of them, excuse the motorcycle that just went by, I hope you can still hear me. Some of the things spirit wants to urge you to do are just about that. They want you to feel safe trusting your intuition. So they're going to give you little intuitive hunches that seem silly, but they're actually just to retrain your brain into a feeling of safety around your own intuition, because your own intuition, that's your connection to your soul. That's your connection to your guides. That is actually what keeps you safe. And so many of you have denied that, and you've forgotten that that's your anchor, that's your safety. So Spirit's going to bring in these intuitive hunches, and you need to follow them, as silly as they seem, because they are going to build up more and more and more till you fully trust your intuition in the way you were meant to. And courage is a pretty self-evident piece of advice here from Spirit, right? I mean, because this is about safety. It's about feeling safe in your own intuition, and that requires courage, that requires bravery to make those little steps. But you need to trust in yourself, your intuition. You need to trust your guides. You need to trust your higher self. And it's going to take you to a place where you have full access to your intuition again. And from there, you can share your gift to the world and raise the vibration of this planet and heal people like you were meant to. And I think I'm going to end your reading right here, Group 3. I hope this was helpful. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye!